YouTube channel up on the computer. Or I turn on the sound. I'm on the back feed. Okay. Next thing, get the phone plugged up because the battery's kind of low. Now we have power. And it's raining outside again. There we go. Okay, so me and Rose we get done tonight. So I decided to eat supper and watch a movie in my truck, and that's exactly what I did. I must knock my knuckles over a little bit. What the hell do I keep this one over? Oh, it's a metal detector, fine. That's what that one was. Okay. Now I know where I'm at. So for those who were not here last night, if you're watching this after the fact from tonight, last night I found a V nickel 1897. It's in pretty bad shape, but it is a V nickel. It took me a second to realize what it was. That was means that I have. Wow, 33 people. Welcome in, y'all. Y'all missed it last night. I found a V nickel. It's pretty bad shape. If you want to see it, I can show it. For those who have never seen a V nickel, if you're new to the channel, here's the outburst side, and there's the date. It's in pretty rough shape. It looks like it may have been in the ground, or the pitting associated with it. There's a big old V right there. So that's what I found last night, first time ever. So, yeah. One nickel's getting the slot. So if I could at least get 1200 by 10 or a little bit more, that'd be great. The more I can hunt tonight, the better off it is tomorrow night for me. I've yet to find any of the new nickels or dimes in circulation. So now I know I had a migraine last night, this morning. The weather changed. Okay, no foreigns, but doesn't mean I don't have a Canadian nickel because all other foreign coins have ridges on them. So I did get a second year 39 DDO 011 on Variety Vista. You can go look it up. First time I found a double dot on a 39. Why what? Well, I'm checking the coins for errors and die chips. Sometimes you can find doubling in the eyelids on Jefferson. You just have to have a good coin scope. I thought I saw a die chip in there. A9 Denver. It's actually a nice one too. Coin collection is also another way to save money. Oh, it was really great last night. Did you see? I don't know if you saw the V nickel when you came in or not. I had it up here for a second. I found this in the roll of nickels. So there's your V for 5. And I flipped it over. There's a date, 1897. It's in rough shape. I think it might have been in the ground. So that's the first time I ever found one. So I did a short. The short got over 200 views right now. The little die chip between the E and the O right there. And it's raining. When weather patterns change fast, I get migraines. They're called ocular migraines. The vision gets really, really narrow. It was so bad I couldn't sleep last night. Tonight I'm probably going to crash. Okay, Melissa, what do you, what's your channel about? This goes over here. Okay. Jay Crane videos about animals. That's cool. And actually, talking about eels, I actually worked with a guy years ago. He had saltwater tanks, and he actually had eels in his saltwater tank. Got a little bit of beehives turning, but nothing neat. He would actually go to Florida, to the Florida Keys, to get his own fish for his tanks. Some of his tanks were like through the wall. So he had a smaller tank for a little small fish that was actually between the living room and the kitchen. He had one between the dining room and the kitchen. I never heard of dinosaur eel. They think the eel's been around since the dinosaurs. They found fossilized bones. Louisiana at one point was basically a saltwater ocean. Extended all the way into the middle part of Texas to the west. Our troop actually hiked across an ancient sea bed that's about 250 feet up in the middle of Texas. Suckerfish. Those are wicked looking fish. I'll give you that. Suckerfish are wicked cool looking. Now, I'm kind of picky on these nickels that I pick out. Older ones like the 64s and on back. Which for this is actually a full step, but they won't grade it like that because it's too early out. So you're looking through older nickels, and you might get lucky, you might find full steps, but most of them look like this. They just all mushed in. Occasionally you might get some steps showing through. That 64 had a few steps showing through. And I don't say that. I ain't gonna talk about that. I just found out the other day this restaurant I went to on my honeymoon is still open in Alabama. It's right over the Gulf of Mexico, called Sea and Suds. So if they had to teach the chef how to cook gumbo. So now I gotta talk coins. I can talk food. Oh, look, we got a Dad Chip in the O right. Nope, never mind. It's a contact mark. Food, weather. I'm about to get a deck for doing podcast. Oh, we got a 54. That's our second 54. Okay, anything pre-61 on back is like finding wheat cents. And this is a Denver one. Let's see, what is this one? There's another 54 pound. That's a Philly, so we got one of each. And just need an S to complete that set. $69S. Do I have that in the book? Do now. Still need a 65. So, in the nickels in the 60s, only place that minted the nickels was Philadelphia. So you will not see no Denver or San Francisco mint marks on nickels. If you do, it's a fake. This one's tore up. They didn't make any mint sets per se. People got mad, so they produced what they call SMS sets or special mint sets. Have like a satin finish to them. Yeah, I think they did. Then they did make proofs. There was one guy who I was talking to on his channel. He's a seller. And, you know, he's completed most of his books. He still buys proofs and mint sets to find a better representation for his books. So basically, when you hunt nickels, like, okay, you see this one. Okay, say you don't have this one in your book. You got this on a 99D, you put it in there. You find a better one, you just pop it out and replace it. That's what coin collecting is about. You start off with getting your books filled up as much as possible. And as you go throughout your life, you know, you look for better upgrades or whatever, or add-ons. '78 Denver. Of course, the brighter or shinier it is, the better off you are for your collection. But you can't help that with the 50s and 60s. Occasionally you might get lucky hunting nickels. Last week I actually got a nice 59. About the same one I already had in my book. That one's been put away to a tube. So another thing you look for are your low mintage coins, which would be the 50D, the 1950, Philadelphia Mint. Those D is the key date. So those coin that had a mintage made. And then 2009 was another low mintage year. So both Philly and Denver. And they did the same thing in 2024 with only about 35 million minute of Denver and 72 million minute of Philly. So those I look for and I pull out to keep. I got more Denver than I do Philadelphia nickels on the 2009s. Now, prior to 1990, all your mint marks were hand stamped into the working dies. And sometimes they would double punch them or triple punch them. Sometimes they would turn sideways. If they punch one sideways, they'd turn around and correct it on the next punch and turn it right side up. So those are mint areas you can look for. But after 1990, they started milling the mint mark into the working dies. I was looking at Brian Warburg's pages, where his name is, and there's some doubling going on the 2025s Phillies. Again, the eyelids, the nose, back side of the hair, but I don't see anything on here. How many finding beehives yet? 2025, which is kind of amazing. So right now I'm trying to 22 Denvers and 21 Denver nickels. But I'm not putting any, if they're dirty, I'm not putting them in. I'm working my way back towards, I don't know, I'll probably stop at the 2000s with that. I gotta go buy a dirt grader or rent one. The guy took down my trees. I can't blame him. The ground was soft. He put these wooden mats down, tried to protect the ground, but it just, the way the little bobcat machine is, it's a cat, but like a bobcat, it tore up my yard. So I got to regrade all that down. I got rain hitting the windows. Last night you heard the bugs hitting the windows. That was really funny. Ooh, it's getting windy out there. You know, sometimes when you hunt nickels, the fines and you can get a lot. Sometimes you barely get anything. I do miss some of my Wheaties. Hey, we got a war nickel. People, we got silver. 1943, so 42 to 43, they made silver nickels. They took the copper and some copper and the nickel out for the war. So now we got a war nickel to put on the board. Question is, what's the mint mark? We're going to do a reveal here, see if I get it just right. Here we go. And we got a Denver. 43 Denver war nickel. Oh, my chat's circling on my YouTube page. I lost internet on my YouTube page. This is our fourth war nickel of the year. I didn't know it was even there. I just started pulling nickels out. So it's, I gotta think. 23, 6, 9. Roll 30. Roll 30 of the hunt gives us a war nickel. So we got a V nickel and war nickel. If we get a buffalo, we got the trifecta. So box 7 gave me 2 war nickels. So will box 9 do the same thing? We'll find out. Oh, guys! Oh, we got another second year Jefferson nickel. We got 39. Now the key, there are low mintage on the D and S's for 38 and 39. And there's a Philly. And it's not the double die. I think this is the reverse. of 38. Okay, I put a PCGS website. So I'm pulling up on the computer to see. I can never remember which one's which. It has to do with the letter S. Okay, that's the reverse of 40. Ah, printed too much. So the Philly is going to be the reverse of 40. I got two reverses of 40. Don't look like it. Maybe a regular 39. Let me see. This is the way this S appears on the nickel. I think there was a regular strike. This is just a regular strike. Okay. So we got 139, it's a DDO 011. Got a regular strike of a 39. I'll have to read up on it again. Nice. So the war nickel will be a short. So now I have three Phillies. I got a 43 Philly, 44 Philly, and a 45 Philly. Now I got a 43 Denver. 42, Denver did not make any silver at all, but Philadelphia and San Francisco, they both silver and regular strikes. So the only you know it's silver is by the B is the big mint mark. And also, that's the first time Philadelphia ever put a mint mark on a coin was on the war nickels. Here we got another old nickel. Look, 97. Wow. It's almost as old as some of the 50s here. Golly, I need to put a booster in my house. Once I work from the other end, because if I don't, the box don't tilt over. So work from both ends of the box this way. I probably do need to reset the router again. Every now and then, so always reset your routers. The best way to do that is to unplug your router, power from the router, unplug it from the internet. Wait about 2 minutes. Minimum 2 minutes. I'd say 3 to 5. And plug everything back up and let it reconnect. So because I was at home, I decided when I got to Burger King and got me where's my dang drink? There's more water. Oh, there it is. I went and I was watching Spider-Man 2. I have to go get supper. So instead of coming back in to eat, I decided to say, hey, I grew up when we had drive-in theaters. And I figured, why not just eat supper out here in the car? Pretend like I'm in a drive-in movie theater. There's a D. See, this has got some definition left. I'm trying to find ones with better definition in the middle. Like we can see the door, the transom above the door, these two windows. Those we're looking for in the 60s and 70s. That's 82. Looks like it's been around for a while. It's really raining hard outside. Well, the chat has died. Die chip between the E and the R, not too big enough to keep. So we gotta check the back for die chips in the letters. The Phillies are more common prone to have die chips in all the letters, front and back, than Denver. And what that is the die breaks. There we go. 20 for Denver, a little mintage. That's number 8 of the hunt. Hey, Glass, I'm hunting nickels. Where is it at? I just pulled this out, a roll. Denver, silver, 43. And last night I pulled this out. Found a V nickel. It's chewed up. I think it might have been in the ground. But the date on it, 1897. Lowest nickel ever found. I was excited about that. I was overexcited. So this Friday, I'm going to get my next box of nickels. That's going to make $1,000 worth of nickels to have gone to go through. I think in the past, because I was doing wheat cents, I was doing one box every 3 months, along with, let's see, 10 rows of nickels, and maybe, I hadn't done dimes yet this year. I hadn't done dimes in a long time. I normally get 4 to 8 rows of dimes. If I save my money up in one account, cool. Let's see. Glass of the Past. I like that. That's the cool channel name. Wow, cards. Right now my internet, there goes my internet. It's back up and running. Okay, just subbed you. Cool. In 1838, New Orleans halftime. That's pretty cool. I was having the same issue until I started doing live nickel hunts, or back then live penny hunts. Then I started posting. I was making shorts and posting those also, like on wheat cents. So like I did a short on that V nickel. I'll probably do a short on the Silver War nickel. Yeah, my goal is to get the viewing hours to get monetized. I got the people. You got 1,000 subs for that part. I just need view times. I got some videos that are almost an hour long. So I'm not hunting nickels. I'm going to start building a bookcase for all my coin books. So while I'm building that in here, I'll probably throw your stuff up. I'll throw your stuff up on my computer and let it run. The other thing to look for are called beehives. See, like you see the die chip right there inside the building? That's from last night. I'll call that a class 2 beehive. So look for those kind of areas too. Eventually, I'm going to have a website set up for that. If my friend's mom was still alive, I'm pretty sure she was subscribed to you. She died years ago. She was an antique dealer here in Baton Rouge. Okay, we got a beehive at the early stage of a large beehive. You see a little dye chip right there and right there, but you see where it's trying to break out. It gets shiny. I figured out a long time ago, sometimes you see like a thin metal rise coming up where it's starting to crack. And I keep that one because it's a good early stage dye beehive. Before she passed away, she had 3 antique stores. Now his dad was an architect. He passed away also. He collected old sword. I think the oldest sword he had was from the 1400s. He had a huge sword collection. He had helmets from World War One. He collected military gear. That's what he collected. This is 66. No, not good enough. Oh, I was talking about my friend's parents. His mom was an antique dealer. His dad collected military gear with a sword dating back to the 1400s. Yeah, my internet keeps going in and out over here. I gotta put a booster in. My girl is trying to go live on Fridays and Saturday nights, so I can get pushed during the week to do this type of a hunt. Now I've done what's called the Blitzkrieg method, where I separate the D's like this to the new style from the old style, the D's and P's, and back check the P's, and put these into their own bucket also. Boy, that D took a hit right across through there. Well, my internet keeps disconnecting and reconnecting, so I keep losing chat on the computer. Phone's fine because it's on mobile Wi-Fi. Now, the bad thing is if I lose power, then I'll lose internet. I'll lose the scope on the computer screen. But I can always run the scope for an hour before the battery dies on it. Man, don't let it fry your system if you have a bunch of lightning strikes. I'll try to watch some videos tonight before I go to bed. I might put one or two on the phone. Got a little beehive starting right there. little small class 1 early stage. You see where the metal is starting to rise up alongside the building. Nothing there. Always check both sides. You can find cuds on reverses. It's not often. Usually they're on the front side, but occasionally you might find one on the reverse. Just always flip the back over. You just never know what's going to be on the reverse, much less the obverse side. So my goal is to not quit getting sick, but springtime, because I want to go to Tulsa, so I got to save money for that. So I'm going to probably schedule a show Friday night. I actually might do it tonight for next weekend on Whatnot. Have a bunch of individual proof coins for sale. And what? Oh, we got a proof. We got 1973 S proof. Third one this year. That is nice. '73 S proof. Great. Now I just need a Buffalo to get the quadruple. Oh, yeah, 24 Denver. That makes number 9. Nice cameo. It hasn't been in circulation long. The fills still look good. And the guy's glass, I will leave comments on his videos if I play when I play his videos. People subscribe and leave comments on my channel. I subscribe back. I will leave comments on your channel. One, it helps the algorithm push out your videos more. And it's a polite courtesy. That's the best proof that I found in a long time. I actually had a 68 proof nickel from years ago. Didn't even know it was a proof until I started looking at the edges. On the edges, if you look, it's everything squared going straight down. Where here's a regular one. These are rounded edges. That's one way how you can tell proof without looking for the mint mark. That's how I determined that 68 was a proof. Now, when they redesigned this Jefferson nickel for 2006, They made the rims a lot thinner, made a bigger design out of the coin. So the current bookcase I got is made out of particle board glue. It really doesn't support the weight of the coins that are heavy, so that's why I'm going to build a bookshelf for all my coins. 64, do we get anything good out of it? Now this got a bit more meat, so we'll keep, it's got a little damage up there. I can see the door and these windows, but I can't see the transom, so I'm not going to worry about it. This is going to be a good video to wrap up when I get done with the hunt. So I get done with this tonight. Probably going to tear into some grapes. Last night, like I said, my head was pounding. I couldn't sleep. I was in pain all night long. I slept here and there, but not enough to constitute a good night's sleep. I think I got all together an hour and a half of sleep. Hmm. Send me to Denver. Trash. Yo. Well, I found 2 beehives on pre-2006 nickels. They weren't in the best shape. They're in a tube someplace. So I'm starting to work on getting more Ike dollars. I'm going to do another book to sell. But it's not going to be cheap. Still no speared bison. Okay, that's 3 rows done. I'm by myself again. 7 likes. New subscriber. That's good night. What time is it? 9 o'clock. Cool. Not bad. It started 55 minutes ago. I've already gone through 6 rolls. That's a lot better than what I usually do. Huh. They ran out of ink. Welcome in, whoever that is. Oh, somebody came in and left. Oh, well. I was going to say, welcome in. Oh, I see where it says Pin Nichols. Welcome in, y'all, too. Found a war nickel, and and got a proof. Here's the war nickel. 43 Denver. And we found 1973 as proof. And last night, pulled this out of a roll. There's the V. 1897 V nickel, or Liberty nickel. It's really called Liberty nickel. They call it the V nickel because of the letter V on the back. The first year is known as the racketeering nickel because they dipped them in gold to pass them off as $5 gold pieces. Oh, it'd be nice if I could get this box finished before 10 o'clock tonight. That would be nice. What's funny about that silver and nickel, I always check the nickels. Let me see something. Does it stand out in these? It really doesn't stand out. That war nickel really didn't stand out, which is surprising. So it means it got handled on the edge a lot. So if you don't mind leaving a comment, I'll acknowledge who you are when you come in. So I acknowledge everybody that comes in. And if you have a channel yourself, I swear, I think they use 2 different D mint marks sizes on these nickels. Next one, I want to compare the next one I find with that one. At least tomorrow night I come home, my supper's cooked. I just got to heat it up in the microwave. So I started this box Sunday night at just 5 rolls. The Monday I picked up. There's a 57. Philly. So Monday nights is fried chicken night. There's a little gas station behind me. It has fried chicken called Crispy Crunch. You have some that sell fish by the same name. So I go there, I get a leg of the thigh and a can of chips to go along with it. You also get a biscuit, and they put honey on their biscuits. Then I try to cook something on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, but because I was homesick all day, I didn't really feel like cooking, so I went to Burger King. You got a die crack? It's hard to tell. That is a die crack right there. There's another one to add to the stack. Oh, this is a weakness in the die. Metal fatigue. It cracks. Metal rises up into the crack to fill in the gap. Yep. I saw a doubling in that doorway, but I didn't. Try to get through as many rows as I can before 10 o'clock tonight. That's my goal. At this rate, I might be able to get the whole box done. Who knows? So I gotta see somebody about a new storage building. See what they offer to put one in for me. Lowe's has one you can buy. You gotta put it together yourself. It's $2,500, maybe $2,600 with tax. But then you have to build the foundation and all that separate. They do the foundation with the base with just shingles. All wood comes primed. It's about $4,300. Then if you want the felt down for the roof and the vents put in, that's another $2,000. Not the bump and nickel I'm looking for, but there's a buff. So I pull out the 2004, 2005, see how many I get per box. Just out of pure fun. Now, if I see a nice one, okay, see, did we get a Denver? So there's that Denver, and here's the other one. Guess they're the same size, but they're nice. Both of these are decent looking coins. That one's not. That one I'll keep. You got something somewhere of the door left to it. Oh, Demco. That's a my. That was we checking right down power lines. Electric company, when the storms hit, once it slows down, they drive through, make sure there's nothing wrong with the power lines. That's a piece. It's a 92 Denver. Sometimes I don't check the Denver. Sometimes I do. Always check the Phillies. It's usually where all your die chips occurs at. It's going to be on the Philadelphia minted coins. Occasionally you might get something on Denver, not often. You know what Denver's bad about is the 23 nickels or deteriorated dies or double or machine doubling. There's no value to those coins. But I've seen people buy them on eBay though. It's like, why? It's not an error. I also got change engine oil soon on my truck. So that's another expense I got coming up. '89 Philly. That's just somebody's car. That's just gunk, 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 gunk. That's like it's dried gum. So 3 proofs on the year, and it's only in March. There's another piece. And even on here, you can find dot chips in the letters on the Philly Minute 2004s. 2005. There's some steps on this 83. That's a nice 83. Where's my tube at? I got a tube. I'm putting those in. I'm putting 82s and 83 in the same tube. Then once they get filled up, I'll go back and separate them out, put them in their own tubes. Denver. Yes. That is number 10. Where you go? This. There's a 52. Denver. And a second 52. Is this a 52 also? Yep. That one was in Denver also. See something? Now that's a different size D. That was like an RPM. I have to get a toothpick, clean some of this gunk out. That may be an RPM. I just can't tell with all the gunk around that D. So last box, I had a Jamaican coin and a coin from Germany. Jamaican coin was a $5 coin. Worth about 3 cents here in the States. Oh, we got 58. Denver. Sometimes this happens. You go cold and all of a sudden you get towards the end of the box, you start getting stuff. And sometimes the box starts out hot, then all of a sudden it's cold with the rest of the box. It's all messed up. I would have made out from Domino's. I got $48 left. I'm trying to save those 20s for my trip to Oklahoma. So in June, around June 11th, 12th, there's a coin show in Tulsa, Oklahoma. For a lot of YouTube creators, it's gotten bigger and bigger over the years. They had to move to, they're at the third venue location. It used to be in July, now it's in June. And unfortunately, the same weekend as I got a third cousin who lives outside in Broken Arrow. I need to look at hotels there too. But she's from Rockford, Illinois. That's where my grandmother was born at. So it was her grandmother and her mom. So her brother's turning 50 something this year. So she's driving. So her and her husband are going back there for his birthday the same weekend as the coin show. Else I'd be staying someplace free and I was going to cook them a pot of jambalaya. Another buffalo. Denver. So did we get the spear? No. You know, these are really not buffaloes per se. They're called bison. Buffaloes resemble more cattle. What we call buffalo, which are actually bisons. Oh, we got another 52. It's a filly. They're actually the largest goat. Technically, they're a goat. It's the largest one on the face of the earth. For Native Americans, buffalo means bison. So that's how it's called, buffalo. Tatanka means buffalo, but actually buffalo is a bison. It's crazy how that happened. Either my chat's dead or nobody don't want to talk tonight. That's okay. I knew Phil guy had to get off. He's got a new job starting tomorrow. Wish I had the money up at my own coin shop. I really wish I did. One of my coin dealers I go to, he bought a lot of silver over $100 an ounce. And he's stuck with it right now. And he's not selling. Oh, we got a 63. Denver, and it's tilted. Check that out later. He's waiting for silver to hit at least $100 an ounce. That way he can at least get some of his money back. He was on the whatnot, but when the silver market exploded, he couldn't sell anymore on whatnot. He sold everything, man. Hot Wheels, coins, Funko Pop, Star Wars figures, and yes, even Playboy magazines. Actually, I got one from him. Unfortunately, the person on that cover is now dead. Slightly off center strike. You see how thick it is on one side of the rim? Then on the other side, this is a misaligned die strike. The front looks okay. One thing that would make my day is finding a cut on the nickel. $2005 coming up. Philly. Pacific View. $19.80. Sounded like the 1950s there. Oh, my back is starting to hurt. Okay, next three rows of nickels are up on the board. Let's get them open up and see what we can find. This is rows 10, 11, and 12 of the hunt for this tonight. The 9 left in the box. Maybe we get this in, maybe one more set in after this one. We did get a dime the other night in a row. So it's 2 dimes out of bankrupt rows this year. Denver. There's some people I haven't seen on videos on a while. Mike from East Coast Treasure Hunt. He has. I may have to just go to his channel and see if he's got anything new. I figured this out with YouTube. I only listen to stories on YouTube. sci-fi stories, even though they're all basically the same dang thing. But I think the more you listen to stuff like that, it pushes those things ahead of everything else. So I'm going to have to go back and reset. I can't get autoplay to work on my phone. Or just go to one coin video to another coin video on somebody's channel. Now, another thing, if I have muscular dystrophy, I'll love to do a solo camping video I see other people do. I got years of experience in the Boy Scouts and camping. But that means I have to buy a whole new tent. How about doing that? I can't get off the ground, so I definitely have to get a cot. My fear is camping by myself, falling down, and not able to get up. I have no leg strength. That's a nice 1993. See what mark is this one? In Denver. No spot for it. It's funny, I'm watching it here, and then I'm watching on a computer screen. It's about a 30-second delay. I haven't seen 21 or 22 Denvers in a while. '64 Denver has crowed it bad. So 82 and 83, they only made proof sets of the coins that are no mint sets. So that's why I look at the 83s and 82s. Any type of steps, I'm pulling them out. It's hard to find any with steps on it at all as it is now. Now I do have a tourist set from the Denver Mint from 83. I thought about cracking that one out and sending it in for full steps. I think it's got full steps. No while since I'll look at it. Dirty, 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 dirty. That's why I wear gloves. I tell you what, of all the coins, I think the pennies were the worst as being dirty. I could literally within the first 5 rows, 10 rows, I guess, and these gloves would be solid dirt. Let's get water in here. I'm out of cold drink. Oh, well, almost all water. Okay, next nickel. The Auburn's wasn't. Not going to put that one in the book. Make a mental note to replace it if I find a better one to better reverse on it. No, on this one, Denver. So I like to be done by 9 and by 10 so I can play a game on the computer. Which, if I could figure out how to record my voice, ooh, we got an 11th, 24 Denver. Thought about doing it on Saturdays only, live. Oh, that's a kill boat. That's number 5. Holy cow. Live stream. F45 Mercenaries. We got a little inner beehive there. We got a class 2. So you can see the probably actually a class 1. It's probably the edge of this one breaking off. We got a beehive right there. I played MechWarrior Mercenaries 5. Started years ago. MechWarrior 1, which was actually free in PC Gamer. Came out 2. Graphics a little bit better in 2 than 3, which is a lot better graphics. And then it came out 4 in 2000, I think it was. Then you had the Innisphere and the Clan add-on packs. And Microsoft had its own gaming servers for that, for MechWarrior 4. People started hacking rooms. They just got rid of all the game rooms altogether. A couple websites kept it going for a long time. The one that ran the longest was MechWarrior Mercenaries out of Florida. The guy that owned that channel died. He drowned in a canal. I think they say he had a heart attack. Well, he had some other people that kind of had invested in there, and they kept it going for another 2 years after that. Prime bought the game. They went MechWarrior Online, MWO, while they developed Unreal Engine, which is a lot of games use the engine that they developed for new games on PCs and consoles. So a couple years ago, bought MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I got my new graphics card in. And every so often they do what's called DLC, download content, which you have to pay for. They also came with the clan version as a standalone. But that one I actually need a new graphics card because I can handle the graphics. But I gotta turn the settings down. So there's one guy, he does videos, but he does the mods. There we got another Buffalo Bison 2005. So I do all kinds of stuff besides coin collecting. I had a bunch of stamp booklets. I left them my mom and dad. I forgot about them when they got married. Just left them at their house and lost those books in the flood. One of those was misprinted, made a book valuable. So, India's Treasure wants me to do a giveaway. So now I got to come up with money for buying stamps because the coins, I'm not going to mail out on bulb mailers. I'm going to mail out in envelopes. So I got to come up with money for stamps. 49 giveaways. Then I have a couple 10-ounce rounds and one 2009 in the mint case of the 2009 Lincoln cents as a givey. What she's sending me is the OBW 1957 nickels. I'm going to keep one for myself to upgrade my nickel book. The rest we're going to give away. There's a nice 75. Got a little wear and tear on it. Nice looking 82. Let's see what the reverse looks like. Got some steps on that one. We'll take that one. Hopefully I sleep better tonight than I did last night. I'm gonna like tar on this 2000. Don't know what that crap it is on there. Like a cold drink or something dried on that one. Tell you what, I'm gonna put that one off to the side. I may soak that one in some water, in some rubbing alcohol. Oh, I can clean off rubbing alcohol. I just thought about that. See if I can get that cleaned up real fast. My Q-tips. There they are. Let's see. So we get this cleaned up a little bit. Basically, I'm just rolling the cotton swab back and forth across the coin. Just a little bit. Do the other side of the Q-tip for this other side. Yeah, it's dry coke. I don't know what it was. Let's see, what time is it? We're going to make this the last row. It's going to leave me 9 rows for tomorrow night. I have Blitzkrieg a box before in 2 hours. Just took me forever to back check all the nickels. Especially a lot of Philadelphia nickels, it takes forever. But when it comes to trying to put sets together, 2 for Philly and Denver set, or rolls, I can't really do that. So yeah, we have a bunch of quarters tomorrow night. At least $15 worth of quarters to go through. Some pennies, nickels, and dimes. I keep enough of the pennies. You know, I got 30 rows of 24 Denvers. I got sitting over here in a box. Yeah, my back's hurting. So we're going to call this a night here in a minute. Appreciate new subscribers. Anybody that came out. Anybody that talked. Anybody that watches the shorts. Watches the longs. Please leave a comment. It really does help the channel out. It pushes everything out into further out into the internet for people to find, to watch. So tomorrow night we'll be live one more time. Unless something happens, I come in late, then it's going to be a quick hunt. Fast as possible. So tonight we ended up with a war nickel and a proof nickel. That's the V nickel we found last night. Then we got a Buffalo. We got the quad. So you say those nickels, that's about $5 in silver right there, maybe $4.50, somewhere up in that ballpark range. This, yeah, it's got a gas across the back. Last nickel of the hunt for tonight. Tomorrow will be the final hunt of the box. Maybe if I have to work too late Friday night and get in on time, we'll start box 10. And that would make it 1,000. When we do finish that box, it'd be $1,000 worth of nickels hunted for this year. So until tomorrow night, y'all have a good evening, and remember, always check both sides of the coin. You never know what you're going to find. And y'all have a good evening. 8 lights.